What is going on, people? Welcome to the On a Level podcast, episode 29, I believe. And this is a bit of a last minute one, but we're here with the man himself, Rivercity, once again. How you doing, bro?
Rivercity, baby. Yeah, not bad. How are you, bro?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. You in isolation yet?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So what is it? Right, so wait, what I want to do is I want to get a better understanding of what's going on, because I feel like, I know Australia and the UK are in two completely different places right now in terms of
I think we're a bit far away from each other.
Yeah, just down the road. But in terms of measures being taken by the government and etc. So have you got a nationwide lockdown?
Not yet, I don't think. There's been words that there's going to be one. Like, I've got a mate whose dad is sort of like all into the parliament sort of shit, and he warned us that there might be by Friday like a lockdown until the 31st of the month. Right. But at the moment it's just sort of like he said, she said sort of stuff. Everybody's just freaking out, hence why I've got enough toilet paper to last me until 2025.
Sick.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's very the uncertainty is just causing like panic and worry. But other than that, I've got the sniffles. I think I might have it, but time will tell.
That's the thing though, because of all this panicking anxiety, all you need to do is cough once, or you sneeze once, or you itch your nose or something, and then all of a sudden people are looking at you like, keep away from me. And so I think
I'm allergic to cats, and I sneezed in public, and then I just got bashed by a group of people.
Just run down.
Coronavirus, and I said, I've just got a corona in my hand. I'm allergic to cats. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like at the moment in Australia, it's sort of getting colder as well. And it's pretty early for it to be getting sort of like cold. Like I usually wouldn't wear like a hoodie at night until maybe like May. In Brisbane at least, and at the moment it's just like, wear a hoodie, and I think everybody's getting like that switch of season sickness. So then like having the coronavirus and then the inter-season sickness, everybody's getting sick, so everybody thinks they've got coronavirus, so they're going, oh fuck, like go to Coles, go to Woolworths, get your shit. And then like literally, man, like it's not just what you see online. Like I went to the airport 24/7 Woolworths, which is like always getting stocked for like international people, and it was empty, man. And it was full of people as well, and it was just like panic. And that was last night, and obviously I went a bit haywire, but yeah, I don't know, it's crazy, man.
Why did you buy that much toilet roll? Sorry to throw it off topic for a second. Why did you buy that much?
Man's got a shit, bro.
Yeah, but man's got a shit, man. You're stocked up for life.
I'm going to use these to wipe away my tears of all the shows getting cancelled and all that. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, speaking of shows getting cancelled, I mean, yeah, that it's crazy right now how many people... Obviously, it's understandable, obviously. I get that the government are calling off mass gatherings, and it went from 500 to 100. Am I right?
So at the moment, I think it's like unnecessary. This was today, it got put in, it turned to 100. So on Monday it was Friday. Oh no, on Monday it was Friday. On Monday it was 500. And then today it was like anything that's indoors is $100, $100, 100 people. So it's like, so then now a lot of nightclubs, venues, everything are getting shut down, like food places even. It's crazy. Like, now, only today, it's sort of like setting in that like there's a pandemic going on, but like the last couple days or weeks, because it's been in Australia for like 2 or 3 weeks, I think, and like Tom Hanks caught it here. So like everybody was sort of just like treating it as a joke, but then when you see the dunny papers getting low, that's when everybody starts panicking, I think.
Yeah, I think people are more afraid of things like that, being able to not get their usual supplies and not being able to do go about their usual routine. I think that's panicking people more than the actual virus itself in some ways. I think some of this panic, I think majority of this panic actually is more self-inflicted than anything. Like, I don't know about Australia, but here, if everyone did their shopping as usual, then, well, everything would be fine. But because people panicked and started just stockpiling shit, like, places can't order it in fast enough.
Yeah. People shouldn't stockpile, man.
I'm about to say what? So I'm gonna be that person, right? Who goes, but But Krez, what about all of the old and vulnerable people that may have needed that toilet roll?
I'm gonna be here longer, man. So I need my experience just to be better. Like, they've had their toilet paper for years, a lot more toilet paper than I've had. I need that.
They told me to grow up, so I'm getting ahead. You know?
Yeah. Look, man, that looks pretty grown up. That's a grown up pile of toilet paper. I'll tell you that much.
It reminds me of Step Brothers when they like finally split and have to start living alone, and then he just goes in, he realizes he has no toilet roll, so then he just walks out a trolley full of toilet roll like, yes, I'm adulting now. Yeah. Krez has finally hit his adult years.
That's it. Growing up.
So people are obviously in this panic. People are worrying. Is hand sanitizer a big thing for you lot as well?
I went last night to Woolworths to get the hand sanitizer, and they had none. And then this is a true story as well. So I was checking out, getting all my stuff, and then the lady had like this like hospital grade hand sanitizer at a like workstation at the till. And I was like, oh, can I have a squirt of it? And she goes, oh, why don't you just have the whole thing? Everybody's been asking me that. And then starts just lathering my hands in it, like no joke. And I was like, what the hell? So my quick thinking, I went, oh, sorry, I meant to be quarantined. I really shouldn't be here, and walked off with my groceries. And I looked back and she's full freaking out and stuff. But yeah, I managed to get some this morning. Like, what's it called? My mum was up at the convenience store, and they just like got new stock in, and they were like calling people who like told them like we're on like a wait list. And then I went back there to Savo to get like another bottle for my car, and they were completely out. And like this morning, apparently there was like big crates of it. And like that's a pretty small area sort of shopping place too. So yeah, it's wild.
It's crazy.
And then like even today,
you go. No, all I was going to say is, now you first. All I was going to say is that people are going crazy over hand sanitizer, but hand sanitizer should only be used, people. Let me give a public service announcement here. Hand sanitizer should only be used when you're out and about and you've got no access to soap and water. People are stop piling this shit at home, and it's like, you got a sink, big man. You know, washing your hands is better than hand sanitizer, but people have just gone insane for it. And it's just like, what? I
saw online there's this big trend of people like making their own, how they get like rubbing alcohol, aloe vera, and then like just frisk it into a bloody gel. Well, that's extra, man.
Just stop.
But I did it. I've got
on alcohol. Just stop piling on alcohol, because at the end of the day, alcohol cleans. You know, we've watched the movies. When you get injured or you got amputated, they will normally pour some of that shit on. You normally take a swig. Alcohol. Just stop piling on vodka. You'll be all right.
Young money. I've been pouring Hennessy on these fucking wounds, man.
And then really, he's just holding up hand sanitizer. Getting litty with the boys.
Yeah, baby.
So,
But yeah, today fucking a few shows got cancelled. Curse's tour got postponed. I got word that Chillin' It's about to postpone his tour as well, which is coming up in like I think 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
And then like Splendor in the Grass, our biggest festival, just got moved to October, and I'm pretty sure Coachella's like the weekend before that. So it's just like October, man, is going to be a big bender for anybody who likes festivals or
it's going to be
travels.
A litty in the titties. Yeah, apparently everything's being moved to September, October, November times, which then causes a lot of competition with each other, because then people are all trying to book like similar venues or similar areas.
Yeah.
So I know that's another big thing as well.
Yeah, that's the thing between like the small artists and the big artists. Like the big artists, obviously, like the ones like Cursor and that who have sold out like 2,000 tickets per venue sort of thing. They're getting the obviously the upper hand and just getting postponed, where the small ones are just flat out cancelling, because it's not like they can say, hey man, we've got 100 or 200 people coming for this mad hip hop show. Can you lock us in for October? And they're like, no.
No, so we've got Cursor on our line with thousands. Like, so you're going to have to hold yourself.
Which sucks, because the small artists, like they're either working a side, like a job, and then wraps their side hustles. So it's like, and if their job's getting fucked by the virus, then they've got nothing. And we don't, like I said to you on Instagram before, we don't have that thing where our government's seizing all the fees or the rent, all that sort of shit. But then the big artist, touring's their main income. Like, even though they're selling albums and all that, like, because these days it's streams instead of like some artists still sell heaps of hard copies, but like streams, man, like you just don't, like, you could have big numbers in streams, but that doesn't really translate into big bucks like it used to when everybody was selling on iTunes, like what JME just did, how he did like hard copies and then put it out on iTunes, where you just have to buy the album instead of just like singling out songs, or streaming where they get like less than a cent per play.
Yeah.
So you really like, and especially like seeing that, and then when you think about it, because you're like, oh, these big artists like Cursor and all that, like, oh man, they like they've got money, they don't need their shows, sort of thing, like they can wait. It's just like, nah, because like these, like, especially when you're in a position where you've got money, you spend a lot of money, you got to spend money on advertising. Like literally a couple of days ago, right near my house, there was a big Cursor tour poster that went up, and now it's already been replaced. Like, and it's like all that money that artists themselves or their labels are putting out for advertising and all that, that's all gone. Like, because they've got to do that again in September or October. So like when you're like sort of behind the scenes and you see the early first wave of like the big artists getting affected by it, like I'm sure Cursor and Chill and all those dudes will be well off and will be able to survive this economic year. Like they've got money, but it's just like they've got to keep providing. And then like the smaller artists have got absolutely nothing. That's them stripped. Like I was talking to L Street before, who's the DJ for Cursor, and he's also a resident DJ, so he plays in clubs and shit, and he's just had all 3 of his residencies like terminated until further notice, until the clubs reopen. And his main income, which was a Cursor tour, postponed, and he's got like a 1-year-old kid that he's got to fund for and stuff, like, and provide for himself. So it's like when that smaller wave hits, that's when you're like, oh, this is like one big tsunami, and that's when the severity, you realize, has hit the creatives the most and all the freelancers and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point that you make about certain artists like Cursors and Chills should be well off, but then there's kind of, not in a disrespectful way, but the second tier of artists who may be doing this just about full time, but that is their only source of income. You know, they're fucked. Obviously, you got the smaller artists, as you said, if there's their side hustle and then their normal jobs being cancelled as well, like that's both sources of income fucked. And even the ones at the top, like the Cursors and Chills, obviously, as you said, putting money into marketing and promotion, etc., etc. You know, artists, even though they may have money, they put money out of their, you know, it's out of their own back pocket to invest to then make more back, obviously. But if they've lost on that investment, they're down in pocket, you know. So
and some of those big like advertising sprees where they're getting billboards, bus stops, all that sort of stuff, or even online. Like we just put out a YouTube ad for Cursor promoting all the shows that I made, and it was like all that money's now gone. And it's like the cost that costs to do is like a big chunk. That's more than some artists will even make in a year, just gone like that. And like no matter how rich you are, how little money you have, it doesn't matter. Like that amount of money to anybody is a lot of money to lose, especially over a virus that started off someone eating a fucking bat.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's out of our hands.
I blame Wombat for it. Batsky, I blame Wombat for it.
Ah, shit, it could have been Wombat. Conspiracy theories.
Yeah, Wombat's the only type of bat that doesn't fly, man. I'm telling you, brother.
I'm saying we might just have to start diss tracking Wombat. I mean, if you want to clash Wombat, I mean,
I think I'm going to. No, I started writing it already.
Oh yeah. You think you can give us a sneak preview? Just.
No, I'll just save it because because you know what it's like clashing Wombat. I might choke on video, so I don't really. I just want to practice it first, but. Yeah,
I'll give you 10 seconds. I'll give you 10 seconds. Go.
Don't make me delete my social media accounts, man. Don't make me do it.
No. It's all right, man. I won't show this. We won't show this to anyone, man. We'll just keep this under the books.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm friends with Wombat.
Yeah, Wombat. I'll decapitate you, wipe you clean like Kleenex. Ooh, bars.
Ooh.
But we got tissue bars, son. Yeah,
we got
decapitate, clean necks. Come on, we got bars, son. So
I went
back on a serious note. You know, people who have contracted work and get statutory sick pay it's not so bad for them, obviously. I know with me, I've got contracted hours, but we'll get like just over half of our pay. So I mean, yeah, it's shit, but I can't really complain because at least I'm getting some money if I'm off. But I know some people, especially freelance workers, like as we was saying earlier, it's not just the artists, it's photographers, it's DJs, it's producers, it's you know, event managers, it's, you know, all of these people that
security guards even.
Yeah, it's people who contribute, and that's their livelihood. Everyone who plays a part in an artist team or people who run the venues, etc., they're out of pocket, especially because it's not always guaranteed work. I mean, even on a regular basis, I'm sure people know this, but you have your good months and then you have your quiet months. It's just that's just how the industry works. That's how freelance work. Yeah, it's how freelance work goes. And so for people who are solely relying on that, how are they gonna go about? You know, how are they gonna get by? Do you think? What are people gonna have to do?
Yeah, man, like I was talking about this today because like I'm in a group chat of like here in Brisbane, we've got a place called The Valley, which is like the nightclub precinct. And like, because I do work with nightclubs as well. So it's like all the DJs and the photographers were messaging me, like messaging the group chat going like, man, like all these venues are closing. Like I have no work for like 3 months. And like, unless they're doing like house parties, which aren't a big thing anymore, it's like they've got no work. And like, I'm lucky that I've got like heaps of different fingers and pies of income sort of thing. So like I'm lucky and like I'm a good saver as well. So it's like I don't need to worry about it too much. But at the same time, I'm still panicking. But like I was even talking today, I said to L Street as well, like what I'm going to try and do here is because since it's a 100-person cap thing, I was going to start doing like warehouse raves capped at 90 people and then have like 10 staff working. And then just so like each week, so then people can buy tickets to that party, all the party animals can go to party, and we can pay security guards, DJs, photographers, videographers and all that enough, and to keep people happy as well, just for something to do. Even though we might end up spreading the coronavirus.
I was about to say, wouldn't shit like that get locked off if if police found out about that, things like that?
Oh, do you have coronavirus? You just coughed. I'm covering my fucking webcam. This is fucking disgusting.
Through the webcam. See this, you know what? There's people that are going overboard with this shit though. Like I've seen some nutty shit going on. For example, I think, and I'm 99% sure it was in Australia. Wasn't there a stabbing over toilet roll?
Oh, dude, I'm pretty sure I saw that on Facebook. Hey, there's been heaps of fights. Like even workers getting punched and stuff, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think in Melbourne, someone pulled a knife over toilet paper.
There was a stabbing here over. I don't think it was toilet paper in specific. I think it was just shopping in general. But it was like in a supermarket chain called Waitrose, which is like no one shops at Waitrose. It's way too expensive. Like just if you shop in Waitrose, you got bank. Yeah, if you're doing your regular shopping at Waitrose. And there was a stabbing in Waitrose because it was like two women fighting over food. I don't know what it was in specific.
With a gold-plated dagger knife.
Yeah, coming out with like fucking karambit knives and shit, like ready for the zombie
that's his dyed toilet paper. Hand it over. Whoo!
They're going to start jousting down the aisle on trolleys and shit. Just headed towards each other.
Give me the fucking hand sanitizer.
Could you imagine that now? Why don't one of these drill groups do it in the supermarket? Like, you can't touch our toilet roll. Yeah, just why don't we just get one of these groups?
Can you imagine like a big family running into 1-4 trying to stockpile toilet paper? Shanks and Shivs, give me your fucking toilet paper now. Yeah. That would be crazy. I'd love to see that on video, eh? The next drill music video in a toiletries aisle.
Someone should do that as a parody, man. Someone like Complete or a Scrub, man. Someone should do something like that. I think that would be hilarious, man.
I can see Greeley and Complete.
Greeley's been on a trolling one recently.
Aisle.
Yeah.
Like in the Megarang noodle aisle. Just like, don't touch the fucking noodles.
If anyone's an animator, I say that's a really good shout. Just animate just a bunch of people from the rap scene. Just having let's just say their own Hunger Games in a supermarket. Just do it. Why not? That could be a fun project.
I was gonna say just before I forget it, it's completely off topic. Speaking of 1-4, did you see their thing with ASAP Ferg?
Yeah, man, that's interesting. That's they're looking to not be put down by everything that's happened. It looks like they're
man, like what a movie. Like ASAP Ferg, man, that dude's hard to get a hold of and stuff. Like I was at a festival, like Triple One and Nerve played at it, and I was with one of my mates who was photographing. He was photographer for the headline DJ, and like I was standing side of stage when ASAP Ferg came down, and I was the only person he fist bumped, and everybody was looking at me like, "Oh my god, you're the chosen one." And I was like, "Oh yeah," and I was all flossing, telling my mates, "Yeah, I fist bump ASAP Ferg." He said, "What up, homie?" Like doing the manny bop, thinking I was sick, and then I hop on Instagram the next day and 1-4 doing a track with him, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that means nothing."
Yeah, my 5 minutes of fame is gone out the window.
Yep. I am jack shit now.
So, I mean, it's crazy how they've linked up. I mean, Ferg's been showing a lot of support to international acts anyway. For a bit of context, he was in Skepta Octavian's newest video. I see he linked up with who was it? There was another UK artist he linked up with. I don't know if they're going to be making a track or not, but he has been showing a bit of love around the world, you know. So, but I think it's a big move. The only thing I will say about it is, just because you have a big international feature doesn't mean it's going to blow like that, because some things that I've seen,
for sure,
and I'll speak on behalf of the UK more so just as an example, but like I've seen UK artists collab with US artists, and the US artists don't even promote it. Like they don't publicize the song in any. They kind of just do it, and then it seems like they kind of regret it or don't fuck with it really. Like
because like half the time it's just like producers linking up like guest spots and stuff. They'll be like, "Yeah, I've got this verse here. Do you want to get on it? Like, give us some money or all that sort of shit." But no, I think this ASAP Ferg 1-4 thing was pretty genuine, man. Like I've seen ASAP Ferg was posting it on his story and stuff, which is awesome to see, man. Like that's fucking massive, man. Like. But I think it'll be big, but as well, like the thing that you like guaranteed with 1-4 is like their content is so like they put a lot of quality instead of quantity sort of thing. So you know that they're going to come and absolutely kill it. Like it's not going to be like ASAP Ferg piggybacking the whole track. You know that it's just going to be boom, boom, boom. Like
of course, I mean
the clip
even
with
down
to
even down to 1-4's recent collab with that the what is it, Tweaker and Sebs, the UK drill link up, the coldest link up. Even on there, you look at that comment section, it is literally 80 to 90% of people going 1-4 Australian rep, West Sydney rep, like, and it just took the comments completely. It's like Australia just took over completely, and I feel like
we come in numbers, bro. That's like what even happened with like your channel and stuff, because I know what's it called? You were doing reactions well before you hit the Aussie market. And then like as soon as like Australian stuff comes up, like because people are looking up their favorite artists, and then a video of like a reaction comes up and they're like, "Oh my god, someone's
reacting."
Yeah. Reacting to it in the comment section. Yeah, brother. I love it. All their postcodes, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. No, it is sick to see how people, it is sick to see how people come out in numbers, but so their video 1-4's thing should drop because they've filmed the video already. I don't know when it's gonna drop. Somebody told me next week.
They posted
people told me a couple months. I don't know.
Somebody, not somebody. 1-4 posted, I think today or yesterday, being like, "Who's ready?" So I reckon it'll drop next week if that's like my opinion, but or it could even drop like Friday or something as early as that. But I mean,
man.
Like, so speaking of guest verses and stuff, but I think I was talking to what's his name, Talakai, before, because I saw he posted up a story being like doing features, like got to put food on the table sort of thing, and like it made a really good point that like right now with this virus epidemic sort of thing, it's like artists. Any creative are never going to have this opportunity of like marketing again, because like at the moment people who are quarantined or like are all on their phones, because what are you going to do, bloody talk to your toilet paper or play tic-tac-toe? So it's like right now is like there's so much demand, not enough supply, which is like the first time in ages, because it's been pretty leveled in Australia. There's like if someone's not putting out an album, someone's putting out a promo track, so on. But like right now is the perfect time for artists to be selling collabs, producers and rappers who make beats, putting out beat catalogs, like even like what you did with like the live streaming and stuff. Like I remember back in the day, some rappers used to be like, "Oh yeah, going live on Ustream, going live on Facebook," all that sort of stuff. And now with like Twitch and all these new things, they can like set it up and like only like, even though this sounds like a bit like cash cowish. It's sort of like, oh yeah, man, like when the donation thing hits $50, I'll chuck a freestyle, or like if you get it to 100, you can request a song and I'll do it live. So it's almost like a concert over here. Because like I know some artists, man, if they actually did it with the sheer numbers, if everybody was doing $5, $10 donations, they could make like 4 digits of like just getting on their computer and spitting.
Yeah. Oh, like, could you imagine if like let's say the No One Network crew decided to do like a live stream for 4 hours, had a few guests roll by,
Golly would make that happen,
and Nerve and everything, and yeah, you know, Golly would put that together and make it look all professional. They'd easily have a good time doing it as well, man. I mean, like, if people are willing to do things,
got a new studio space. Like Golly, and so like No One Network and AV Club just linked up in, I think, like the inner northwest area, and have this mad warehouse, and it's just like mad studio space, all these computers set up. Like they've got a mad operation running. And I know, like, even if Golly doesn't even listen to this, I know for a fact Golly in his mind, like even if he saw my story tonight where I'm like live streams and stuff, he's that sort of bloke that would just go, all right, everybody, we'll get in a group chat, Nerve, Scrub, everybody, come here, we're doing a bloody live stream, we're gonna set up this, we've got this person over here, this whiz on computers that we've got hired, setting up a streaming service, we're gonna do this, that. Like, yeah, Golly's a mastermind with that stuff, bro, and he's very proactive too.
Shout out Golly, man. Yeah, he is. He's a great professional as well. Like, in this industry, I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people are late, or a lot of people are unorganized. Golly was one of the few people that was bang on time, early, if anything, like worked his ass off, went above and beyond for me as well. So I've got nothing but respect for Golly. But yeah, I mean, and you never know, if you donate $10, Smack might get shirtless.
Smack will get shirtless before the stream starts even rolling, bro.
Smack would pay you $10 to get shirtless.
Yeah, who wants the money? I'm taking my shirt off. Who wants to see it? But I saw a photo tonight. It was like Talakai and Smack next to each other taking a photo. Yeah. They both had their shirts off, and they had the exact same body hair, like the same shape and everything. And I was just like, is it a conspiracy theory that hype mans have the exact same body hair? Because like Smack's like the hypest hype man from Brizzy, and Tala's easily the biggest hype man from Sydney, Newcastle as well. So I was like, that's a thing. Hit the comments. Do you think hype men have the same body hair?
Bang. There you go. There's your thumbnail as well. Shit.
He got what?
Arrow pointing. Oh shit. So yeah, man, I think people are trying to stay in good spirits, man. There's a lot of just negative shit. People are turning on the news, and it's just, this one's died and that one's locked and this can't happen, and then obviously tours being and shows being cancelled.
Do you know what I thought about this morning? It sort of freaked me out, like, because like I'm big on scrolling through my Instagram, and like I don't know, it got me concerned. But like, what are going to happen to the travel bloggers, like all the hot chicks who take nudes in the Bahamas and stuff? What are they going to, like, because they can't travel? What's gonna? I don't know. Sorry, man. I didn't want to get emotional on the.
And all them fitness models that are really doing squats at like 6,000 feet.
Because the gyms have a lot of people in them, man. I don't know if gyms are gonna stay open, man. But
you mean they've got work? No, it's alright, man. It's alright, man. I mean, they can work out by themselves, right? They can figure it out. I'm sure.
Who's gonna take the photos? Self-timer. What am I thinking? Yeah, no, they've probably got bloody content back up for days.
Yes, there we go. So now, bipods, tripods, quad pods, they're all going to be sold out.
I'm gonna make an online store right now selling tripods
and quad pods.
Thanks. And I knew that was the reason I came on this tonight, and that
is your business idea. There's your business. I mean, I'm just saying. No, but you touched on the point you said earlier, and that is a genuine thing. I've seen a couple photographers say, well, if anyone needs anything, like, I'm free. Like, if you're willing to pay me, you're willing to do it. People are just looking for anything right now. It is crazy in that regard. Like, and because people are all looking for work as well, but not everyone's up on their own money. So, for example, let's say a live stream and you're asking for donations, but people are struggling themselves. So there's a lot up in the air right now.
It's almost like what I said about the producers selling beats and stuff. Because like, if they're selling beats, who's going to buy them? Rappers. What have they got at the moment no shows.
There you go.
No shows equals no money. It's just contradicted everything I said. So I should just shut up.
Yeah, what do we know? We know fuck all, you know?
Yeah.
On a level though, I feel like if people should be filming freestyles right now. Just one take freestyles. I say that because that don't require a budget. If you really want, you can plant your camera up, you can put your self timers on, and you could do that shit, man. I say that's a great way. And people love a good freestyle as well, man. People love it.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm gonna make Scrub an OnlyFans and start filming one takes and freestyles, and instead of posting nudes. Actually, that's such a good idea. Making like an OnlyFans and putting
freestyle while you're nude.
Yeah, Smack might be able to do that, but yeah, that's actually half a decent idea.
Like, or just freestyle and just show your feet. People have a foot fetish, like, you know.
Yeah. Just for anybody, I am barefoot right now, so
yeah, there you go.
Take screenshots, sell them.
You're gonna get your money rolling in soon. You're gonna get requests. OnlyFans, but yeah, I mean, shit's
size
just
12, baby.
And you know what they say about big feet, huh? What do they say?
Big socks, big man.
Big socks, big feet, big socks.
And a big phallus, a big fucking cock. A big coronavirus. So
COVID-19. Why is it COVID-19? It's COVID-19, but we're in the year 2020.
I think the bat was eaten in 2019, but I'm pretty sure coronavirus is like banned from the what's it called? The fucking algorithms.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure if you mention the word coronavirus, it like picks it up. Like if you posted on like a title nude or like blood or something, it like restricts how many people it goes out to. I'm pretty sure coronavirus got like blacklisted in the algorithm.
I think I definitely think it has on Instagram, because some people will put coronavirus in their title or in their caption, and then it will say, would you like to see sensitive content? So I know that's a thing. But I know that on YouTube, so for this video, for example, I'm 99% sure it will have a pop-up when you first click on the video, like saying coronavirus, COVID-19, see for more information. Because every video I've watched where it's mentioned, it always pops up, so I'm sure it'll be the same on this one.
Do you know what's funny? Speaking like that, just reminded me. Kirsten messaged me the Sava and was like, "Oh, you started coronavirus," and I was like, "What?" And back when we were filming the Rap Now music video with Rates and Curse, I was drinking Coronas all night. And they were like, oh, Corona's like a pussy drink. Like you're gonna end up getting warts from drinking coronavirus. Like not coronavirus, so you're gonna end up getting sick from drinking Coronas. Like they make you sick, all that sort of stuff. And then coronavirus came and he messaged me. He was like, dude, you started it. Like we predicted this like months ago. Like they were just gigging me about it. And then so I created coronavirus. There's your clickbait as well. Rivercity created coronavirus.
The origins of coronavirus.
Yeah.
And then big arrows just pointing rounds, and just the one hunter emoji while we're at the fire emoji. Just cause
and the gorilla. Big man teams.
Okay, so if everyone in the scene was to have a fight, who's winning? Who's like who's the stacked guy but is really on it? Not they're just stacked and they're not really about it. Who's really about it?
Oh, Spanian.
Yeah, true. That guy's fist is probably the size of my head.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Spanian or I know I'm trying to think people who like train, because like I know there's like people who aren't as like big and staunch, but like people like Rates, who I'm pretty sure has done like Muay Thai.
Yeah,
I think I'm pronouncing.
Greeley Greeley got locked up for smacking someone, so Greeley's probably got a decent right hand.
Cement mixes.
Yeah, man. You never know. Greeley might be on it. Dundee looks like a big guy. He looks like a big humble giant that if you piss him off, he might hit you a decent one.
I think Spanian definitely. Don't quote me on that, because I don't want people to get angry and be like, I could smash him. But Spanian looks like a staunch dude, bro. Have you seen the video of him pimp slapping a fella?
Yeah, I see that one in the documentary or whatever, and he's just like, come on then.
Yeah, hey, shitty ass, boom.
Bang.
And then Wombat quoted it in the clash. That was so good, man.
What was your thoughts and opinions on that clash? What do you think about
Oh,
that?
dude, I was speaking to Wombat about this the other week. And I was like, man, because I know how anxious Wombat gets, and I was saying to Scrub when I was in the studio one day, I was like, man, I have a feeling Wombat might choke. And they were like, yeah, because like there was all this word going around of like him not even finishing his bars yet. And I was like, I didn't want to hit him up and be like, oi, bro, like I know that you can get anxious because like I've DJ'd for him at shows before, so I know how like anxious and nervous he gets before stuff, and then like once he's out there, he kills it. But like I was like, man, like I think Righty, since he called him out, there's going to be so much like spotlight on him, and like he's like a veteran, so to speak. So it's like he won't come in correct. And then I remember seeing someone's Instagram story. I think it was Greeley's story, and what's his name? Righty
On the phone. Yeah.
Like that. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
And I think I messaged Wombat and I was like, oi. He's like, yeah. And then it came out, man, and I couldn't even watch it. Like, even though Wombat was spinning him, I was just like, no, I feel bad for Righty. But at the same time, I'm like, this is so bad because, like, there was so much hype and this is so shit. Like, no matter who spun, like, it was just such an embarrassment for a first clash. And to know that people from the UK were going to watch it as well, because I know there was, like, still hype around it. It's just, like, that's embarrassing. And, like, I think even the aesthetics of like the venue and all that, it just looked like it was very awkward, like a schoolyard sort of like, hey, let's film them having a rap battle. Like, I think it could have been done so much better, like even by like turning the lights off, paying like $100 for like red gelled lights with like maybe a smoke machine and like making it look sick, man. And like, even if he clashed then, if it all looked visually sweet, then it would have been like, oh, he's getting spun. But like, it was just like, from when I started watching it, I was like, oh man, like this is all so low budget. And because like even like what's it called, Skeptaverse Devilman, like that was like in a graphed up basement or some shit. Like there was no hectic thing put into there, but that looked sick. Like standing in a store on top of floor mats with the guys all around standing on the wall doing this.
But I feel like that the reason that looked sick is because it was organic. Like that was it just felt so natural. Like, but with the righty one, I see what you're saying. I think if the bars were there on from both sides, I don't think that would have been highlighted as much. I think that's being highlighted because obviously it was.
Oh man, that was the first thing before I even heard the bars. I was just like, oh man, like before it even started playing, when they first started playing the beat, I was looking around and I was like this is no diss to whoever put it on, but it's because like obviously they didn't really have a like a skeleton to go off in Australian clashes, and nobody's really done one here before. Like I know they've like Victoria and New South Wales had like a clash, like a Melbourne Sydney clash years ago, but like yeah, I don't know, man. Like that's just my point of view of being sort of like, because like I love doing like event management, all that sort of shit. I would have loved to see it like just like tick every single box. Like, and the bars don't matter in that point. Just like the setup, everything needed to be like sweet and flush for them.
I think
even if the bars are good or bad, it just be like, okay, like this was a one-sided clash instead of being like, oh, this is hard to watch. That's just my opinion though.
No, I get you. I mean,
shout out to Frax and all that.
Yeah, I was about to say, shout out Frax for putting on that event anyway, because I know he was skeptical about doing it in the first place. Like, obviously, if it was the first ever Aussie Gram Clash, you know, as you said,
that's why there was so much
to compare it to. I think, you know, he's had to go from scratch and try to put on an event which, you know, was successful always hard, in some ways, but yeah.
Oh yeah, but like it would have been just so sick just for like even media websites and all that, even from UK, America, whoever was watching, to be like, yeah, look, this is the first Australian clash, and then it's just like, well, this dude spun him, like all that sort of shit, but it just looks sick, like. And I'm like, I know, like Golly did the video, and it's like fucking, he's a power horse with it. But like, imagine how sick it would have been with like Golly just going boom, boom with like a mad visual setting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just rambling on about it.
Yeah, no. I think it would have.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I think it could have looked better if it was in a live venue, like on stage, kind of how, you know, got beef or Don't Flop or King of the Dock, how they kind of run their events. But obviously I know that Fracture didn't want to run the event with an audience, because obviously it would just be Wombat heavy favored. It would have just been so biased for Wombat. But I think that plays into it as well. But you know, shout out them boys for at least putting it on. Shout out Righty and Wombat for doing it, because obviously they are put under a lot of
bad as well. Because I was talking to Righty before it, and all of a sudden I was like gonna go message him and be like, oh fuck, like better luck next time, sort of thing. But like just almost like sending condolences, and then all of his social media was gone, like every single one of it
locked off.
And that's what I said to Wombat. I was like, oh man, yeah, dude, so do I, man, because like he's a nice dude, bro. Like I just feel so bad for him, man, because like what a stage to just like, that's almost like you can't come back from that. Like no matter what you upload, like even if he comes out with the biggest banger of a return song, you know the comments are just going to be like, you got spun by Wombat. Like that's just it's like a Logan Paul Suicide Forest event right there, man. Like that's just like
it's gonna just take
you'll never
everything
get that out of your comments.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, and this is no disrespect to Righty, I think if he was popping before the clash, lost the clash the way he did, I feel like you have enough legs to stand on to kind of come back. It's like, no, you know, normally I can, you know, put a good show, and this was just me letting myself down. But I think where he wasn't known by many people, you know, only a few heads actually knew who he was, especially under people who are Wombat fans. But there are people who love Wombat, they're like, who the fuck is Righty? And so,
because Wombat's only just come up in the last couple of years. Like, so it's like all these people who are fans of Wombat. There's some people who've always listened to like Righty, Sam, and all that back in the day. But then like all these people are generally young fans who, a lot of them, like the Wombat and Chills, have brought in new fans to like the to Aussie hip hop who were never listening to it before, sort of thing. Just because it's like the commercial underground sort of feel. But it's wild shit, man.
Yeah, that clash was painful to watch in some ways, because you just felt bad for Righty. You just did. But I hope there is. I hope there is more. I hope there is more things like that, and I hope obviously that they do just get better and better. And I
reckon if they're gonna do it again, Fracture should hit up like Greeley or Dwizavoz or someone who's like someone from the battle scene, and just like. Because I know clashes and battles are completely two different things, but like the event management side of like
there's a lot of things that correlate and cross over. Yeah. No, I think we should do more things like that should happen. Is there any battle rap going on in Australia right now, or is that completely died out?
Nah, man, like that's dying down. Like what's it called? On Facebook, I'm in this Oz rap battle group thing, and even all of them are like, what the fuck is happening? Like there's nothing. And like even me and some of my Instagram stories and like live streams I've been like sort of just like teasing the fact of like Cursor having another battle with 360 or some shit. Like we'll just be live streaming and I'll say something about 360 or Seth Sentry or something just to try and get like a little nibble, because man, I want to see Cursor vs 362 so bad, man. Like so bad.
But do you reckon Cursor would do that? Because I've heard a couple people have rumored that they've said like once Cursor does his 10th album, he's gonna go back into battle rap. I don't know how true that is. I guess that depends on how healthy.
No, he'd never go back into active battling, I don't think, man. Like, but who knows about the fucking 60 battle, man? Like, I think more in 60 court.
I mean, it has history. It would have people getting on board.
Oh, right, man. If that happened again, you'd have international pay-per-view sort of things, man. That would be one of the biggest viewed battles worldwide, not even in Australia. Like, because Eminem saw that original battle, and that's how he got 360 to support his tour in Australia. Interesting fact. But what's it called, man? Like, yeah, I want to see the return of battles. Like, I went to some battles that Dwizavoz put on with some of the 750 boys years back, and we were like drunk as, and we were just like heckling them because it was just so cringe, man. Like, it's not what it used to be, man. Like back in the Got Beef days and all that, when Greeley was doing heaps for like, because Greeley's doing stuff for THC now. I know he's going to do a reunion too, I'm pretty sure. But what's it called? Like, back then it was like an actual thing. Like people were taking it seriously, but like now you've just got like all these dudes in their Barndulu basketball jerseys with their flat cap sideways going, yeah, man, your shoes are tiny, huh? You wouldn't want to fight me, listen, like, and it's just like, shut the fuck up, you cringe fuck.
Is that because of an American influence? Is that because of all the URL and SMAG and things like that?
A lot of the new battlers, obviously, I've just watched 8 Mile too many times, man. Like, it's just very, very cringe, especially in person. And then, like, even these days, man, with like the sort of like, I don't want to say the E word, like the esche culture coming up. Like, if a lot of artists who are rapping now were battling, like, there's certain words like dog. Like, dog's the worst thing you can call someone here, man. Like, if the dog word came out, like, if that happened, around knockout, not a fucking win. Like, if someone pulled that out in a battle, like, I want to end up battling at some point. But, like, nobody's got the personality anymore, man. It's like what Conor McGregor said. If you don't have no reach, no attributes, why the fuck you doing it? Like, man, there's just nobody with the personality or the charisma anymore. That's what Cursor had, bro. That's what 360 had. Like, it was just like, that was them. Like, and Cursor was battling well before he blew up, like, off his albums and stuff. And, like, he was a hot bag because he had, like, the personality. These days, it's just everybody trying to do it with the bars, and like they just don't have the cadence or the charisma to make the punchlines hit. Yeah, like, this has been such a weird podcast. We've been talking about coronavirus and like drill shoots.
No, man, it's good. I just let it go as it is. I mean, I feel like even down to things like interviews, you know, I'm seeing interviews with certain artists and certain drill groups or whoever they may be, and some people are just bland. Like, and maybe that's because I'm not their number one fan, you know, like that. Like, if I'm a massive fan of Nerve, so anything that Nerve does, I'm going to enjoy for the most part. But like, there's certain people, obviously I'm not going to name, but there's certain people that do these interviews or do these you know, these one-off videos with brands and whatnot, and it's just like, this is a great opportunity for you to connect with your audience, but there's nothing to really connect with.
I know exactly what you're saying, like, man, because like, especially me being heavily involved behind the scenes and knowing all of these rappers, not all of them, most of them at some point in their career, and knowing how they speak, and then seeing like how shy they get in front of a camera. And like, and then you can tell they've obviously thought about what they're going to say, and they'll just be there like, oh yeah, man, like try and make a joke, and it's like not funny at all. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, shut the fuck up. Just be yourself. And then like some will just have like that, like how Drake talks, like yeah.
That's you know what, if Drake does that, Drake gets that guy. I'm only saying that because I haven't watched a Drake interview in a minute, but Drake gets that from the UK, because there's a bag of man in the UK that are like that. You go to a club and there's just people standing against the wall, and it's just like, oh, well gone, my G. Like, it's like, you're in the club, you've paid to get in here, and you're standing there just staring at the room. Like, what the fuck is this?
Like, I'll see some of these artists, and in person they're like, yeah, bro, what's up, man? Fucking brother. Yeah. And you see them in person, they'll just, yeah, man, you know who's sick, man? 1-4 at the moment. They're popping, man. Like, things they're doing, man. It's just like, stop fucking trying to be cool and like all that. Like, say 1-4's popping, say all that sort of stuff, but don't try and be there like it's nothing. Sort of like, yeah, 1-4, they're popping, man. Yeah. Like,
I feel like that's a thing as well, you know, when people are like, yeah, I'm not even trying. And it's just like, if you want to make this your fucking career, you want to fucking try. Like, I'm sorry. It's the same as when people like put out a song and they're just like, it was throwaway bars. And I'm like, but if you're pushing that as a single on your album or your EP, why are you putting throwaway bars there? Like, that just speaks to your character, and it's either you're insecure about your content and you don't think you're good enough, and you've maybe not got that confidence, which is fair enough, but don't just pull out the excuse of, I only written this in 10 minutes. I've put out shit that I've written in 20 minutes. But you know what? I thought it was fucking fire. So I'm going to put it out. If I write something in 20 minutes and I don't like it, then just don't put it out or work on it. And
like a painter wouldn't do a fucking piece on a canvas in 10 minutes and be like, you know what? This is pretty shit, man. Yo, who wants to buy this, man? Who wants to buy this fucking art that I think is shit, man? But I'm putting it out. Like, nobody does that. Like,
and I do believe in putting,
you know, is good enough.
I do believe in putting content out for the sake of it. Like, if someone's just written a fresh 8 bars and they want to show it to the world, then go for it. But if you're going to do that way of putting out content quick and easy, don't complain about it being poorly made. Like, If that's what you know what I mean, like if that's how you want to go about it.
Like, yo, I've been quiet for a minute. Here's something for you. Like, bigger
go
things
for it.
coming.
Why not, man? Yeah, of course. And people love that shit. Like you see how many
when you
artists.
see someone introing.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, man. Yeah, listen, check. Shout outs to all these people I sort of want to connect with who I'm not really friends with, but I want them to see this video so they think that I'm down with them. Yeah, shout outs to all the biggest people I know. Yeah, listen, this stuff I wrote in about 10 minutes, man. Check it out. Yo, listen, man. Yeah, throwaway shit, man. Listen, all right, yo. Like,
yeah. You know what? It's funny that you say that because JMO and Dylan, shout out JMO, on their podcast a few episodes ago, they were talking about how girls that put up their first singing video and they're like, hey guys, so today I'm gonna be singing. Don't judge me. It's my first time, and my voice is like a little bit sore, and I might have a bit of COVID-19. And so don't judge me. I don't even know the words yet, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. You know, I might delete later.
Hey guys,
and they go for it, and it's just like
with my friends, and they said I should probably upload this because they say I have really good at talent. But just tell me what you guys think. Should I sing? Should I not? Leave it in the comments down below. Subscribe.
Yeah.
My code BUCKWIT10 to get 10% off this swimwear. But listen, okay.
Now, here's the thing that I'm gonna say about that. If you're nervous about showing your content or your voice or your, no. I still say do it, but don't make excuses. If you're gonna put it out, don't preempt. Like, if you're gonna show off your talent to the world for the first ever time, why are you gonna do it when you're ill? Surely you would want to be the most prepared and the most ready you've ever been. Like, if the first song I ever put out, I weren't making it. No, I was like, no, I put my blood, sweat, and fucking tears into this shit, like, to make sure it's good for my first one. Or like
who's
you know what I mean?
Become a fan of a personality that's like, hi guys, so this is the first time you've ever seen me ever. And
I mean, you say that, but people
fall in love with my
for
awkward.
it. No, people fall for it. They're like, oh, I can't wait till you're blown. This is gonna be your year, and it's like, it's been your year since 2006. What do you mean? Like, just have a good time, my friend. Just have a good time.
What do you mean?
Like, what do you mean?
What's that meme what's that meme that you put up on your story?
Yeah. Oh, you're ruining it. That one. Yeah. Oh man, you're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're just ruining it. Like, that's it. That is it, man. Like, I'm all for people, you know, putting out their talent. I'm all for people putting out their shit, but just don't make excuses, man. Do it with your chest, because I guarantee more people are likely to actually like it.
Big man.
With your chest, man's not hurt. Stand in the club and just bog man down. So, clubs, everything's being shut right now. What should we do? While we're in self-quarantine, what should we be doing?
Oh, dude. I was thinking the same thing, because I know that the coronavirus is going to be over by the time I do this. So what they should do is they should go onto YouTube, find your favourite rapper, underground rapper maybe, someone who doesn't have as many views.
Someone who needs a little support, you know? Just a little bit more love. Yep.
You roll it out.
Right.
Just a couple ply. Fold it into a nice little cone.
Yep.
And then you just touch your old fella to your favourite artist, and you'll fill up your bin with nicely shaped cones in no time.
Yeah. In the words of Spets Gonzalez, you just start shoulder shaking. You know, just shake the shoulder. Just a couple shoulder shakes.
Conor McGregor in his last fight against Cowboy Cerrone.
Yeah, just a couple gun leans and a couple twitches and a couple mounty bops, and you know.
I was going to say do the mounty bop.
Yeah,
man. Connected down here.
There you go.
Yeah,
and you're all good. I mean,
actually, I never asked you, what's it like in UK? Like at the moment, is everybody panicking?
Yeah, everyone's panicking. We're not in a state of lockdown yet. At the time we're recording this, we're on Wednesday, the 18th of March. It's probably going to shut down by the 19th or 20th, but again, we don't know. Everyone's been told to stay home from work unless you're teachers. So everyone's like self-isolated bar us. So we're fucked. And then also there's rumors, and I don't know how true it is, but there's rumors that if you are a teacher that it doesn't have responsibilities such as children or like elderly people to take care of, you've still got to come into work for the people who for the parents who have children that are maybe working for the NHS or in medical or anything like that. So the parents who can't self-isolate, the parents that have to work, they're going to kind of just bunch kids up in nearby schools, and then teachers going to have to come in and babysit them. So there's massive outrage right now because people are like saying, well, we're teachers, we're not babysitters. Like, if you even asked us to teach, like, at least it would make us feel valued, but you've literally just said you're going to babysit them, and it's like, I'm not paid to babysit.
Go on strike, Chazza. Hey,
fuck it. This is where I might quit my job and just become full-time with YouTube and music. You never know. This might be the catalyst. I mean, I'll be broke for God knows how long, but you know. This is the gift that keeps on giving.
Dude, I saw something as well. It's like how there's like, if you've been quarantined, like if you've been tested positive, it's like $6,000 fines if you're like caught outside of your house during the 14-day period. And then I think in WA, like Western Australia, it's like prison as well.
What?
Which is crazy.
Fuck. Well, I
read something as well. It's like Big Brother. There's people in Germany, I think, who are
they're only
Brother,
just about to find out.
They don't even know about it.
Yeah, they're going to come out and just be like, wait, what is this?
It's like all the people locked up right now. They'd be so glad. They're like, we ain't getting it, baby.
Well, I don't know if it was Iran or Iraq. It was one of the two. They've released all of their prisoners. Like, and there's a video that went viral like this morning / last night of people just, they've literally just opened the gates and the inmates are just running. Like, they've released them because they just see it as it's going to spread within the prisons, and then it's just going to become they're all just going to be dead, basically. So they've released like thousands of prisoners all at once. And there's just videos of them just running.
Have you heard any conspiracy theories about this shit yet?
I have. Now, I'm not into conspiracy theories, okay? And I apologize because I've not got my research to start quoting things, all right? But this is for people to look up at home. This is the only one that I believe with a pinch of salt. There is a book from 1981. I'm not sure what it's called, but in this book, it talks about how it's called there's a part that's called the Wuhan 400. Yeah, this book was written in 1981, like nearly 40 years ago, right? And something happened in Wuhan, and then there was this person who said that, and again, I apologize because I can't quote it because I've not done my research, but it's funny that you mentioned it. So it's something along the lines of someone said that in and around the year of 2020, there will be a chemical weapon released to the world that will kill off majority of the population. It cannot live for more than an hour outside the body, and it cannot affect any plants or animals. So it's like the perfect chemical weapon for humans. And it's basically going to get released in the year around 2020 because there's going to be too many people on the earth ruining it. You're just ruining it. So now let's look at that in today. It's around the year 2020. It's bang on 2020, early on in the year as well. It doesn't affect animals or plants, and that's been proven. It doesn't live outside of the body for more than an hour, which is also been proven. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, to have that level of accuracy is crazy. Now, unless someone was trolling. But the reason I say this is my co-worker's son said that he had this book. He works at like a bookshop or a library or something, and he's typed in onto the database like Wuhan out of interest, and he's found this book and he's reading it, and there's this whole thing called the Wuhan 400, and I don't know what the 400 relates to, but yeah, people look that shit up because I don't know. That shit's crazy to nail it. The one
that I heard was way different. That shit's crazy. I was gonna say, because like at the moment in China, there's no more reported local cases, and they're saying that it was like man-made in China, that it's released, and now it's been contained in China or whatever with no more locals, and all the stocks have dropped, and everybody's selling their stocks and nobody wants to buy, but the people who are buying it are China, and it's like a world takeover of them purposely putting this out to crash the economy. Like I read this huge thing today and I was like, whoa, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I've heard something along the lines of that, of they've purposely released it and it was meant to reduce the population in China, and it wasn't actually meant to get out of hand like this, like worldwide. It was meant to be contained, because I know they have their one-child policy anyway, where obviously you can only have one child. So because I didn't realize China has like half the world's population. I didn't realize this.
It's crazy.
They have like 3.5 billion people in China. Like, that's literally half of the world. And so they actually wanted to release this to reduce the population within China. That's another conspiracy.
That's wild.
I don't know.
There was a book written in I don't know, years ago, and it was called The Curse of 2000, and it said around the year 2020, thou postpone thy curses shows and piss everybody off.
Swear.
Yeah, swear down, man. Some creepy shit.
Do you know
man.
who the author of that book was? Who written that? Off the top of your head, got any ideas?
I think it was Matthew Colwell.
Matthew Colwell. That name rings a bell. The name rings a bell.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not too sure.
I don't know.
Crazy,
but if I find that author, I'll punch him in the... Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all we've got time for today, folks.
Yeah, that's literally bang on the hour mark, pretty much. But yeah, no, I appreciate you.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been recording for 59 minutes and now 55 seconds. So there we go, bang. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching this episode of us just chatting shit, everything. COVID-94. Hashtag toilet roll, hashtag decapitation clean necks. That is low-key a firebar.
Yeah.
Hashtag diss track for Wombat. Hashtag
no.
You don't want this smoke.
Hashtag bring back the Cursor shows. So
hashtag bring back Curses tour, Young and Lips' tour, Chill's tour, Wombat's tour, everyone's tours. And yeah, just hope that everyone's staying safe. Hope that everyone's got enough toilet roll. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Peace to the Middle East.